They're parasites. Europe's most wanted, and they're here in the UK. Women must not hide faces under veil. Those countless refugees fleeing Libya for Europe should shame our callow politicians who never learn from their mistakes. Fury over charities that fund Jihadi John apologists. England's 565,000 new immigrants in just 3 years. Conned by jihadi cold callers. Calais Mayor to open yet another camp for migrants. British forces told to share weapons with 27 foreign armies. 4,903 convicted foreign criminals at large in the UK. Officials must never let fears of racism get in the way again. From Joker to Jihadi Bride.
Open borders dogma that led to anarchy. Kick out the Islamic extremists. Why is this election so odd? Because, says PM's Oxford tutor, the main party's stance on gay marriage, Europe and immigration has left Britons baffled, belittled and betrayed. Runaway jihadi mum took son, too, into Syria war zone. Blade Air says, we didn't expect all those Polish plumbers. A grotesque love of propaganda, unspeakable barbarity, the loathing of the Jews, and a hunger for world domination. In this stunning intervention, a literary colossus says IS is now the Fourth Reich. Dad, Hussein, took jihadi girl to protests. Equality chiefs, Christians are scared to admit their beliefs. Liberal elite, a helping spread of extremism. HIV migrants, half of Britain's back UKIP on curbing treatment. Why is no major party, especially the Tories, addressing migration? No wonder Red Ed blubbed over a film about gays and minors. Like so many British films today, it was mawkish propaganda. While most countries cut foreign aid, ours goes up. Migration control is hampered by meagre funding and BBC bias. India blows 10 billion on Navy after we send 1.6 billion aid. A society that gives such airtime to apologists for monsters like Jihadi John is sick.
Every ethnic group in Britain wants a cut in migration. Killing mums is what happens in wars. Arrested in Turkey, another British girl, 21, fleeing to Syria to join jihad. Screaming at a Muslim demo, the father who blamed police when his jihadi daughter fled to Syria. Immigration fueling primary school crisis. Groping Nigerian GP who blamed cultural differences keeps his job. As Saudi Arabia sends warplanes into Yemen in a terrifying clash with Iran, the Middle East now stands on the brink of catastrophe. Jihadi attack on Britain, inevitable. Revealed, the first schoolgirl who fled to join jihadis. It's mad to let ISIS traitors back home. Romanian thieves are nabbed over raid at Tower of London. Fury over 3 billion foreign aid to groups who waste it. Why was he still in the UK? Jamaican killer should have been deported 8 years ago. Muslim convert aged 21 is the latest Londoner to be arrested trying to reach Syria. ISIS fell symbols of Christianity. Jihadi girl's dad is a fanatic. Now Jihadi Bride school is centre of terror probe. They love cruise trips and were happier than ever. Then the jihadi gunmen tore their lives apart. British medic helping IS killers back Charlie Hebdo attacks.
Shouts of Allah Akbar, then we heard the gunshots from outside. Christians should use non-violent resistance against jihadis, say Welby. Islam can be a violent faith, says Queen's chaplain. Migration chaos left by Labour. Over 13 years, one immigrant has come into the UK per minute. People in Britain born abroad rose by 3.6 million, equivalent to population of 5 of our largest cities. Yes, specific parts of Britain are being swamped by migrants, and we politicians must dare to tell the truth. Too white, too male and too damn British. You're still too soft on migration, Tory MPs warn Cameron. foreign aid budget that was far too big to spend. The EU is not working for us. You, an expert who says Britain is a racist, sexist nation with awful child poverty, should go take a running jump. How the fall of the Berlin Wall made war more likely. Gaddafi curbed migration. Equality chiefs, Christians are scared to admit their beliefs. Migrant influx means 20,000 won't get into any chosen primary. Nauseating and odious press conference, apologists for terror and the do-gooders who fund them. Radicalised mum takes son 8 and daughter 3 to join ISIS.
It's not just dealing with those coming in, but also making sure that those people who should not live here actually leave. May vows to clamp down on fanatics who reject UK values and promote terrorists. The parents of those jihadi runaway girls must take their share of the blame. Don't be duped by Brussels' crackdown on benefit tourists. I'm fighting injustice, insists van driver who's smuggling foreigners. Screaming at a Muslim demo, the father who blamed police when his jihadi daughter fled to Syria. You Britons are just too lazy. A national disgrace. The campus of hate and the making of British terrorist butcher? Town that dared to ban gypsy invaders? Angry England ready to rumble. Confirmed. Our foreign aids fueled corruption. UK gives 1 billion to Ethiopian regime that kills, rapes and tortures. Muslim father goes on school rampage after ban on bearded pupils. Muslim convert aged 21 is the latest Londoner arrested trying to reach Syria. New racket to smuggle migrants out of UK so they get better chance of coming back here legally. Migrants are natural Tories. May votes to shut down mosques that harbour extremists?
I'm back home now, but I'm still looking over my shoulder. Drone piloted from RAF base in UK blast jihadis in Iraq. Tunisia is a hotbed of jihad. Axe-race bias laws, says Farage. 4 British children held trying to join ISIS in Syria. Romanian held twice in first 3 days in the UK for shoplifting. Why the hell are we importing beggars? Beggars can't be choosers, Mr. Milliman. Cut foreigners. Tories pledged to deport illegal immigrants first, then hear their appeals later. Welsh jobs, Polish at an advantage. Britain's aid bill may soar by £500 million thanks to EU. Did Farage get it right on HIV tourists? How jihadi bride's family sought help from ISIS, not the police. ISIS sent pic of hostage's dead body to family. Exposed. Tories plot with race thugs to fix election. Star Asian candidate planned fake English Defence League Democratic.
Don't weep for those so-called British jihadis. Immigration, what a mess. I just don't feel safe in my own country anymore. Is the UK really doing worse on child poverty than Romania and Bulgaria? Murder and violence, it's all in the genes. Blonde boy, age 5, is training to be a street fighter for IS. Teachers battle to cope with the influx of migrants. Muslim men and their cultural problem with women. The real reason so many young Britons can't get jobs as nurses, even though last year we shipped in more than 7,000 from abroad. 400,000 migrants missing in Britain. You'll have to dig up your granddad, he's not a Muslim. Why was a convicted killer allowed to walk into the UK and murder our little girl? Now the UK has almost as many Poles as Krakow. British girls are so noisy and drunk, I can't wait to go home to Romania. Migrants lost in the system equal to the population of Cardiff. Fewer migrants would make the UK better, says the PM. Muslim mayor stole votes to win power. Jihadis, the losers who can't get girls. 30,000 migrants heading for UK are held in Calais. Immigration, Britain is in intensive care. Failing UK school funds one in Pakistan with £1 million of our cash.